Hi, my name is Angela Malik Agrawal. I am the CEO and founder of Planet Nourish. I'm here today to talk about our origin story. Our vision at Planet Nourish is equitable healthcare for all, and we aim to deliver this by linking heritage and health for the first time. Our story begins with a quote: "The digital healthcare revolution won't come from people inside the healthcare system, but it will come from patients, innovators, and technologists from around the world who live outside the healthcare system and want to make it better." This is no better illustrated than where we began. In 2018, when my mum fell ill with mouth cancer, she lost half her body weight, and we were told by the NHS dietitians that mum had to up her calories and her protein. She had to eat meat, fish, eggs, bone broth. My point to the dietitians was that my mother is a 72-year-old Hindu Punjabi vegetarian woman, and she's never eaten meat, fish, eggs in her life, and so she wasn't going to start now post-operatively. So what could the NHS do to give my mother tailored advice based around her ethnicity and her religion? Interestingly, what came back was nothing. And my mum was left to really figure out on her own how to plan her dietary needs. So with my background as a chef and culinary educator of 20 years, I worked with my parents on a weekly basis to help them to adapt their everyday Punjabi diet, adding in things like nut butter, plant protein, and within a year, my mum's health had completely recovered. Interestingly, my dad, who was pre-diabetic, was no longer diabetic as he was eating all of the adapted food that my mum was cooking. By effectively translating my food and nutritional knowledge, I had effected positive change in my family. For me as an entrepreneur, this ticked off something. If I had experienced this in my family, then others must too. So we started to explore this problem of diet, heritage, and health. And could we build a technology-led solution that could help billions of people like us, like my parents, like our families? So we are a team of 6 very committed chartered accountants, expert chefs, dietitians, nutritionists, and technologists. Our advisors are Sasha Celestial One, founder of Olio, and Priya Oberoi, lead partner and of Goddess Gaia Ventures. They have both invested in the company, and we are bootstrapped to date, £30,000. We have come together at Planet Nourish over the last 18 months as a team, and we are solving a problem that we all care passionately about, and we've all experienced in our families and intergenerationally. Starting with me, Angela Malik Agrawal, I am a chartered accountant. I am a chef. I qualified from the prestigious Leith School of Food and Wine about 20 years ago. I'm also an MBA from Imperial College London. My interest lies between the intersectionality of food, impact, health, and technology. Our CTO is Jitesh Halai. He is a friend of mine from Imperial College. We did our MBAs together. His background lies within platforms and clouds. He's ex-ASOS and Just Eat. Pav Kalsi is our expert clinician director. She has a 20-year career within diabetes management, specializing in South Asian communities. She also worked for 2 decades with Diabetes UK. Arti Bandari Shah is a qualified PwC lawyer, and she has moved into nutrition and health over the last 5 years, having her own private practice with a number of South Asian clients. Anjali Vyas is our head of food and impact. Her background is 8 years in Mumbai, working in digital comms, and then launched her own food company. And Rosie Bremak, ex-HSBC. She is the head of strategy and data. COVID has further highlighted the inequities in health for South Asian people. We understand that things need to be done in order to create a level playing field. COVID has also far forwarded the digital adaptation of video and video-led healthcare. And we do feel with Planet Nourish, this was a great time to launch the company. Over the last 18 months, we have done huge research into understanding the problem and how we can build a solution. So MSD Accelerator, why do we want to be part of it? Well, we want to collaborate with B2B experts and advisors who are committed to building and supporting diverse supply chains. We also would like to have access to mentors from Unilever who have global expertise in healthcare. And ideally, a pilot study for the health and well-being of professional service employees. What we see is that South Asian people over-index in the professional services, such as financial services, law, accountancy, healthcare. For us to be able to create tailored solutions to these subsets is a very interesting proposition. We definitely see our B2B scale up happening through health insurance and workplace employee benefit schemes. And how can you help our business the most? Well, being part of a network of other minority ethnic entrepreneurs who are also focused on B2B, it will be brilliant to be surrounded by similarly minded experts and entrepreneurs. Expertise and introductions to support our fundraising, and of course to help us to build traction. We've had some amazing success over the last 6 months with our traction, and we're now moving into B2B. And to have introductions to those companies who have expressed positive action for diversity inclusion, particularly with race and ethnicity, would be a huge bonus for us. So what is our runway if we don't raise fundraising, if we don't raise investment? Well, our current burn rate is quite small. Our team, very dedicated, but we all do have other jobs. Our current burn rate is about £4,500 a month, but we are building up revenue. It's currently £2,000 a month, and the aim is for £15,000 a month. We can do this slowly if funding doesn't happen. However, ideally, we would love to be able to raise our first pre-seed round, and we're in early talks with a couple of SCIS funds in order to build our tool and to take traction to the next level. Thank you.